I watched this and it wasn't fun the first time. Why would it be fun the second time? And it also wasn't fun the second time. What does Tulane have to do to win? And the short answer is pray Ole Miss doesn't show.
I don't think there's a lot to talk about this one in particular, but they are in the playoff. We have already seen this game.
It was not a good game.
Tulane at Ole Miss.
This is my issue, and we talked about it last week.
I mean, you could talk about it again. It's because I think it's a fair point.
Because we talked about it with the college football playoffs after the bracket got announced, and I was on the side, Tulane, JMU should not have even been involved. Give me the 12 best teams, and let's roll. And I think this has been a good example. Because there are some circumstances where I've seen what I've seen, and I'm fine with a rematch. And actually, 2 of these first 4 opening games are rematches.
Oklahoma, yeah.
And I think they prove my point. Because we're going to talk about the Alabama-Oklahoma game, which was a close one earlier in the year, where Oklahoma won 23-21. That's a game that I'm fine rewatching because it felt much like Oregon-Ohio State last year, where Ohio State loses, but you walked away going, that was an amazing game. Yeah. I want to see those 2 teams play again. If you see... And it would have to be in a natty. If you were to see Ohio State and Indiana, I don't think the country is going to be sad about that.
No.
You would because Ohio State would be in there.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, fair.
But it would be a heck of a football game. Then I see matchups like this one where I go, Tulane and Ole Miss. Didn't I watch that? Oh, yeah, I did watch that. And it was 45-10.
Yeah.
And it was like watching Texas Tech play BYU in the championship game. And I went, I watched this and it wasn't fun the first time. Why would it be fun the second time? And it also wasn't fun the second time. And so I'm looking at this matchup going, what does Tulane have to do to win? And the short answer is pray Ole Miss doesn't show, which isn't going to happen.
Now, hold on, though, because Tulane did beat ACC champion Duke this year.
Doesn't matter.
And then got blasted by our boys at UTSA. Birds up, man. Meep Nation, what up? Tulane is a very middle-of-the-road team on both sides of the ball. They're not a bad team, but they're just not in the same stratosphere as these Power 4 teams.
One of the things, and I know that the Green Wave fans are going to be upset with me, one of my notes for this was there's no wow player for Tulane. Yeah. I know they've got their quarterback, and he's their leading rusher. He's their leading passer, obviously, and Jake Rutzlaff. Nothing about them stands out to me.
No.
And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but a little bit maybe, because there's not a player that I'm watching on this team where I go, the level of competition they play, even his stats didn't overly impress me. I mean, he's their leading rusher. He has 610 yards.
Yeah.
It's not like you're looking at a Diego Pavia where he's got 1,000-something plus rushing yards and 3,000 passing yards or something crazy. 610 yards. Sure, he's got 16 touchdowns on the ground. I just don't think that's enough to beat a team like Ole Miss. And it wasn't the first time. Yeah. You got smoked 45-10. You also gave up 48 points to UTSA.
It's not great.
How are you a playoff team? Yeah. And no disrespect, much love to my guys at Meet Nation.
There are boys.
I think they would even admit to this.
Yeah.
How do you give up 48 points to UTSA, who finished the season with like a 6-6 record?
Hey, they're bowl bound.
They finished with a 6-6 record.
And on top of that, I mean, we're not even talking about the other factor of like, hey, did you hear Lane Kiffin left Ole Miss for LSU? Do you think that team might be a little bit motivated here?
Yeah, well, I think, yeah.
I mean, yeah, look, I'd love to see some sort of wild upset from these G5 teams. No,
yeah.
It's just it's not going to happen.
What's your prediction for this one?
First one was 45-10. I think Tulane keeps it a little closer.
Okay,
45-13.
We're pretty close. We're pretty close.
What do you want me to say here?
Yeah, this isn't going to be a game. I think right now they're 17.5-point underdogs.
So, yeah,
there's no Jake Rutledge's not going to be able to do it all by himself. So I'm looking at this. I think Ole Miss. I don't think it's nearly as bad as last time, but it ain't going to be fun. I got 38-13.
Yeah, there's nothing I can see here that Tulane brings. I mean, yes, you can always, you could always control 40 minutes time of possession. You could force 3 turnovers.
They ain't doing that.
Until I see it with my eyes, touch it with my hands, I will not believe.
This game and then another one, if you could guess this next weekend. will be the case on why this playoff system is broken the way it is.
Let's go ahead and do Let's go ahead and do James Madison and Oregon, and then we'll get to the big boys here. I mean, listen. Here's what I'll say about JMU. They have no chance.
Point blank. Period.
Okay, but here's what I'll say. After Ohio State, do you know the number 2 statistically best defense? It's JMU.
I saw, yeah.
And stats are stats.
Stats are stats. We have often said that. I did write down James Madison, the key to this game is going to be on the ground game. Even then, I don't think it matters for them, but they're currently averaging like almost 250 yards on the ground. They only give up 76.
They are the number 2 defense. They are the best defense in America, not named Ohio State.
Yeah.
And also they have a really good offense, one of the statistically best offenses as well. The problem is that Oregon's defense is like number 4.
Yeah.
And Oregon's offense is just as good statistically and is probably better.
And their only loss was in a really relatively close game to
the eventual Big Ten champ.
To the eventual Big Ten champ and undefeated Indiana.
The level of competition, and this goes without saying, but I mean, if we're trying to break down this game, the problem for JMU is that the level of competition is just not remotely close.
Yeah.
Should they be proud of the season they had? 100%. Absolutely. Are they going to go into Autzen Stadium and believe they have a shot? Of course they are. Of course they are. They're going to go in there and believe they have a shot, because why do you show up if you don't? The problem is that they are just going to be outmatched on every side of the ball.
Yeah.
Again, much like Tulane, is there a chance that stingy defense really is that good? Yeah, there's a chance. But I don't see Oregon getting baited into that type of game, right? I mean, Wisconsin had some games this year, but it's just...
I just don't think I think Dan Lanning is too good of a coach. I'm trying to find a way,
and I just don't see a realistic way.
Yeah, I think Dan Lanning's way too good of a coach to drop a game like this. I think his team's going to be prepared. They're going to be ready to play. That's already a tough place to play at. Yeah. JMU's just going to be completely overwhelmed. Dante Moore's going to go out there and have himself a heck of a day. This is a team that legitimately has a shot to win a natty this year.
And by the way,
they're equally as talented as any of these other top teams. I mean, this is the first team that didn't get a bye.
Yeah.
So they're a dang good football team.
And a team from out east going all the way out west and playing a 10 p.m. kickoff body clock game.
It ain't going to be fun.
Well, no, that's not true. That's not true. This game is not kicking off at 10 o'clock Eastern. It's kicking off at 7. It's a 4 o'clock game on the West Coast.
So it'll be fine.
I'm an idiot. Well, it's fine.
We knew that. Here's nothing I would love more than to watch JMU pull this upset.
Yeah.
Normally I can be a little crazy.
Yeah.
And I can convince myself of something. I just can't. I've tried really hard to convince myself how JMU gets this done.
Here's my bold statement here. James Madison's going to lead this game 7-0. I think JMU puts together the scripted drive of all scripted drives, and then Oregon just absolutely pours it on from that point forward. When I did the little ESPN college football bracket, fill out whoever, I'm not going to walk you through all my picks, but I can tell you that I picked Oregon to win the whole thing.
My spicy take is that Oregon is up 20 before half. And this is a snooze fest. And you're sad that you're not sad because it's college football, but you're sad that it's bad college football. This is the prime
time game I was supposed to be watching.
Yeah, this is going to be a 20-point deficit at halftime.
42-10.
42-7. We're getting weirdly close on our stuff today, which kind of surprises me.
The Rivalry Podcast is part of the Varsity Network from Learfield and the River Podcast Network from River Radio Ministries.
New episodes out every Monday.
Be sure to subscribe, rate, and review wherever you're listening right now, and follow on social media at RivalPod and RivalPod.com.
And if you like what you hear, share with a friend so they can listen too.